Filibate Ensemble here. And you are absolutely getting your fix here.
Gale Radio with your hosts, Babs and Gale. Coming to you live from Syracuse Studios.
I forgot that it blasts in my ear.
Oh, I miss that lady.
I don't fucking miss her. This meeting is being recorded.
She's just telling us what it's all about.
So we're reporting from heaven today, apparently. What the fuck? Should we leave it or change the color? He's got the whole world in his hands. Did you fucking miss us?
Don't answer that question.
I know.
I don't even
we'll
have
get
my
some
cans on.
maybes. We'll get some no's. We'll get some yeses. We're back.
Maybe.
We are back. And I just got this in honor of Space Jam: A New Legacy. Yeah, I tried to get the fucking Lola Bunny sneakers. Thanks, Nike. They sold out in like 10 seconds. And you asked me to... Why do they ask you to confirm your payment information 4 times? I literally think it's meant to create more stress for the shoppers so they fumble.
Probably. But you got to remember, too, it's the algorithm. Literally. Because, like...
You're right.
You could be writing in your address to check out, you know, and typing in your billing information, and somebody could be hitting finalize order at the same time.
Exactly.
Where am I? I'm like...
So I was just going to say, move closer, man.
I'm
What are you
like...
doing? What are you doing?
Like in the middle of the room.
I would say move even closer. I feel like so far away.
Look, I can see.
You're so far away, yeah.
Yeah?
It appears like you're so far away, but then you're just right here. You're right here. How would your sneaker look with the green screen? I wonder if that's possible. No.
It's not even showing up. Probably because my sneakers are so dirty.
Oh, it can clearly detect green on there.
It didn't though. I just lifted my shoe up. See?
So wait.
Go into space, little shoe. Oh my god. I haven't bent like this since I was like in dance.
That's because you're fucking hitting your goals, Gail.
Go to give.
What's on your eyelash right now?
What? What's on my eyelash?
Yo,
Is there a little fuzz, Gail,
Lisa
here?
left eye.
Stop. Is there something Gail here?
Yes.
What is that? What is that?
It's like thread from a hoodie or
No.
something. What is it?
It's the candle wax from the candle I just picked up. But I wasn't even near it like that. Like I blew out the candle. Probably when I blew out the candle, the wax blew up. Thank God it wasn't hot wax.
If that's true, then that's fucking awful.
That is true. Because I went to light the candle, but I didn't want to light C-3PO and BB-8 and R2-D2 on fire. So I just left them with the incense.
Yeah, since our last episode, which was a fucking month ago, I can't believe that. Life fucking happens and it sucks. It leaves less time for the fun stuff. Responsibilities.
Except I was still able to buy things online.
I mean, there's always time to buy things online.
I got this hoodie from Eye Candy, Vera's Eye Candy on Instagram. If you guys don't know about it, check it out.
I took a look at that store because I wanted to get the Jennifer's Body tank top. That shit sold out so fucking quick. By the time I was sent the email to say it was available again, and I went back on the site, it was gone. And then all was left was like a small, which clearly like wouldn't even.
Their smalls are like extra small. Like
yeah.
I got my Peter Steele tank top is a small. And like now it like fits better, but it's still like snug. But when I first got it, I was like spoke too soon.
We call that a goal shirt.
Yes.
Goal shirt is what you purchase that you think it's going to fit you, and if it gets to you and it does not, then you save it until you lose more weight. And I think that there's still wax on your eyelash.
Probably.
I just don't want it to actually like get in your eye if it's like a scented
imagine all
thing.
of a sudden I'm like
and-
talking and I'm like,
we don't want that.
I would make that noise too.
So
I feel like I hear you so much clearer now.
yes, I came back to a brand new mic and I can hear myself better. Absolutely. Like I had an attachment to the red one. I know that wasn't Paul's, right?
No.
Okay. I had an attachment to it just because I love red, but I like this one better. Quality.
It's
Thanks
crystal.
Thanks for that, Gail.
You're welcome, Gail.
I know I said I didn't want powder and then I was going to go dewy, but now how is it that this lighting makes me
when
look
you said
like...
that, I thought you said you were going to go do it. And I thought you just didn't go.
No, I didn't know. I thought it would be okay, but for some reason, this lighting makes it seem like I just ran a marathon to like get here. Like my face looks sweaty, but my
No, it's
shit
just the
feels
shine
matte.
from the highlighter, right? Did you put
Oops.
highlighter there?
Yeah, I always do a little like on the brow here, a little tip of the nose, and
A little tip of the
right there. Iceberg.
Let's move on.
So, oh wow, is that a new mic too? Is yours new or it's always been that?
It's always been that.
I'm lost. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do like some catching up.
What about mustard?
Mustard. Sure, you could talk about mustard if you
Oh,
want.
try this real quick. It's vanilla custard.
Did you think of that because it rhymes with mustard?
No. And it's like the color of mustard.
Oh, yummy,
If
yummy.
you want a little, and out here. Oh, ooh.
This one comes.
Imagine the
with-
taste of that, though. Wait, hold on a second.
Mine is Lush Ice, which is basically like it's watermelon with like I don't want to say a menthol necessarily. I guess it is a touch of menthol.
Do it back to back.
Unbelievable. Interesting. It's kind of like a cupcake. Like a tart cupcake.
You're a cupcake.
Thanks, Gail.
Look at the shells.
Why are the shells sort of blurry?
Because it's
Because it's focusing on us.
it's going on it's picking up where the light's hitting it on the shelves.
Oh.
So that's why it's like fuzzy.
What do you got on there? I see some Funkos. I see candle.
Everyone just sees like Galaxy. Funko
Oh yeah,
is
that's
the
right.
candle.
That's right. I'm looking up here.
And then we got above that on the second shelf there. You can't see it, but it's
All right, let's take this off. Can we take it off so they could see the shelf?
sure, why not?
Why
Preferences.
not? Gotta get this green screen off. We should have thought of this or figured out how to do it before we start recording. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, looks super fuzzy, but
The best one.
no, that one definitely takes the cake. I absolutely
Look at me fading in and out.
get what? Oh shit!
Oh, Gail! Hi, Gail.
Bye, Gail.
Bye, Gail.
Really? Really? What is... Wait, you know what I think of when I see this background? It's when Joey Tribbiani, I'm an actor.
Can't
hey,
even.
hey, I'm an actor too. Great, we're in the jungle.
Oh, wait. If we do the green screen, then it'll be like.
Oh my god, that's frightening. That is so frightening. So, all right, we're leaving this. Okay, we're gonna leave it. Hope this is not a distraction for the viewers. So I'm super excited because next month, is when I'm going to my first show since the pandemic. It'll be Limp Bizkit on August 15th. And then 2 days later, Korn and Jones Beach.
How wild is that? It's like 1999 all over again.
I love that year for music. It was so exciting. Like, and they were both relatively cheap. Limp Bizkit more so because they can't, for the Paramount, such a smaller venue, obviously, they can't charge a ridiculous amount for
Not only
that
that,
place.
but if you think about it, Korn goes on tour like almost every year.
They do. They do. So wouldn't you think that actually it'd be more money to see Limp Bizkit? Because the last time, I don't know about their last show ever. Last time I saw them was 7 years ago. But then what did you say that the date was? You went with your brother?
Oh no, my brother went by himself, or like with his friend. I think it was.
Was it New York though?
Yeah, it was a Paramount.
Like,
I
what
want
the
to say
fuck?
14, maybe 14 or 15.
Okay.
It was
All
like a
right,
year or
so-
two later. It wasn't that far from
Okay.
when we saw them. But I remember those tickets when we saw them at the Paramount in 13. It was $35 a ticket.
Yeah, dirt fucking cheap. Yeah, so they couldn't charge a
they
ridiculous
killed
amount
it.
for that. They did. So I absolutely can't wait for that. And I just then Korn did that live stream, and then only a couple months later, now we're actually going to see them, and I'm very excited. With the exception of Fieldy, I think that they said that they're going to get. Was it the guy from Suicidal Tendencies to fill in for him?
Yes.
Okay, because I thought I saw a post, but I had to quickly X out because I was at work.
Yeah, you can't be reading about Fieldy's bad habits at work.
Listen,
I'm not laughing at the fact. I'm laughing at the fact that literally he said that in the interview, and then every article that came out after that, it was like, Fieldy leaves Korn to deal with his bad habits. And I was like, what? Like they couldn't have worded it any other way.
I'm definitely not like when you say bad habits, obviously we know that several members of that band have a history of substance abuse. So
it's not like he's biting his fingernails.
Honestly, at this point, if you do you, if you need to heal, if you need to get your shit together, then good. Then don't tour, because so many artists will white knuckle their issues and say, no, I got to do this. I don't want to, because think about it. I feel bad sometimes, like if I say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make plans, and that's only for like a group of 4 or 5 people. Imagine fucking saying like, sorry, I'm not touring because of so-and-so. How many people you're thinking about letting down? So
well, he said it was like,
I'm glad he did it. I'm glad that he's doing what he's got to do, because in the long run, we would rather see somebody get help and get healthy instead of just, again, white knuckling it and going on stage acting like nothing's wrong. So
he said it was causing tensions.
Well, of course it fucking would, because all of them are now, to my knowledge anyway, are all sober. I mean, I'm pretty sure John's been sober like 20 years, maybe more. So if you have one guy in the group that's going backwards and dabbling and then they're having issues, it is going to cause tensions. That's horrible. That's a way to fuck up a dynamic. So you know what? If someone's going to fill in for him while he gets help, then good. Very good. But I swear, if you ever get anybody to replace me on here, it's not going to happen. I will do a Zoom call.
Bitch, just go away.
From a super... All right. He's the only person that can actually fill in for me.
Stop, imagine.
No, he's the only person. I'm talking about... He is a person. That cat has a human soul. So it felt right to say person.
Did you see my cup?
Actually, I didn't. I sipped what was in it, which tasted fucking awesome. But where is that from?
Eye candy as well.
Eye candy. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
If you want one, I will get you one, and then we can have matching ones for the podcast.
Do they have different colors? Or is it just... No, listen, because, if they have red, I have to take advantage. But if they don't, no, but I do like it.
Oh, you know what I could do, though? I could get this one, and then I could paint in the white red.
Cool.
That'd be cool. Because it's
It's
probably just acrylic. And then you could do clear nail polish
I don't
over
want
it.
you to go through all that. Look how many fucking details. What this girl's willing to do for me is absolutely incredible, because
Mary took this cup the other day, and like, since she's doing she's going back to school, and she had to learn for science. Like, she has to learn all the bones and all like the ligaments and stuff, and she was
Mhm.
literally naming all of them.
Holy
And
shit.
she remembered them because she made up like a little story. I forget exactly how it went, but it like worked perfect.
story
It went
about-
perfectly. Like how like the lineup, like she just like went across, and she was doing it by like naming them by acronyms in the story.
Wait, is your sister going back to school for what?
Mortuary signs.
Okay, I heard her at one point mention that this was of interest, so I'm really
Oh yes.
good for you.
She calls
for
me when
you.
they let her help embalm a body at work.
What's up, John Davis?
She calls me like freaking out. She's like, I just embalmed a body. I helped. That's what it is. She helps wrap the
That's-
bodies.
That's fucking nuts.
She loves it. She loves dead things, though. We have a very spoopy family.
Listen, somebody's got to do it, and sure as hell ain't gonna be me.
I dress as the moon. She likes dead things.
A true goth family. I'm serious. Meanwhile, today Lucy and I got into an impassioned conversation about the behaviors of Justin Bieber, and I was
can't with him right now.
Assessing his behaviors, and yeah, that's a narcissist I've ever seen one. Oh my god. I mean, look, I'm still learning, guys. Like, I'm not a clinician yet, but like that's how I feel right now. But I don't know. That's what's of interest to me. Where are you?
I don't know. I guess I'm the tree. Oh wait.
No, you're not the tree. But I guess that's what's important to me, is understanding the mind, because it is so fucking powerful. If anxiety, for instance, triggers fucking, as we know, physiological, psychological symptoms. Like, we feel it physically when we're super stressed, like our backs could hurt just because we're anxious about something that we have to do. Difference between fucking anxiety and fear is that anxiety, you're anticipating the possibility of danger,
when it may not be even realistic.
right? And then fear is the immediate fight or flight response to get yourself out of it. Yeah. So that's what we were talking about, and apparently, I don't know, him and his wife are like toxic, or rather, he's toxic to his wife. Not a surprise there, honestly. People feel fucking invincible when they're famous, and like how Lucy pointed out, growing up with that much attention and that much praise, what would that do to a person, and how does that shape them? And we can't really put ourselves there or imagine it, because we are living completely different lives than him. So
And not only that, even celebrities that did grow up like being famous as like younger, like some of them have similarities, but everybody's different. So you can't look at one person, you compare them to like even one person. Like, you could think of a million child actors, but you can't, or like musicians, but you can't even like compare them, because they're different people.
I mean, I guess like another person just came to mind was Miley, because
But I mean, look
she
at her
had,
parents
like,
were
this-
mad cool, but they did stupid shit. So
Yeah.
she didn't look at it as being like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have done that. Like, her dad like let her. I heard her on Joe Rogan, and she was saying that her dad had a motorcycle, and when they were living in Montana, and she went, or maybe it was a dirt bike. Yeah, it was a dirt bike, and she went on the back of the dirt bike with him, and she was like 3 years old, and she fucking hit her head on a tree. Like, she could have died, and she's like, at the time, I was young, so I like wanted to do it, and it sounded like fun, but that was probably like really fucking, she's like, I love my parents, but that was probably really fucking irresponsible on their part.
No kidding. No kidding. And then, so now her going into Disney, right, is like, okay, you're in the limelight from a young age. But you are suppressing who you actually are because you have to uphold the Disney image.
Oh yeah.
And then look what happens when you don't have a normal childhood, when you can't express yourself how you'd like to. That's not to say that she loved being Hannah Montana, or she would have fucking said nah and quit. But ultimately, it led to a more extreme rebel phase than others. You know, kids like us, we snuck out or had a couple of beers. I mean,
what do you think
not
Marilyn
for her.
Manson was like as a kid?
Disturbed from a very young age. Did you hear that? There was like a knocking outside or something. Maybe it's Francis.
Maybe it's Marilyn Manson. So he's not doing anything right now.
Years ago, I would have been like, "Yo, really? Come on in." Now,
stop. Imagine if he was dressed as Peter Pan at my door right now.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're bringing this up again. Peter Pan.
So good. Disney, do a live action Peter Pan and make
Marilyn Manson is a sociopath. Like, he is a brilliant artist, and
do you
I know
think that's
that.
why they're friends?
What do you mean?
I didn't even do that on purpose, and then now I'm thinking about it.
What?
They're freaking friends.
Who is
Manson and Marilyn Manson? I mean,
that's why I'm like, who? Marilyn and Marilyn Manson? What?
Did you ever see the meme where
the Spider-Man meme?
No, where fucking people are like, oh wow, you know, when Dwayne Johnson saw The Rock, he was mesmerized and blown away, and like people made like fake conspiracy theories that they were the same person, like as a joke. It's like the same thing. Justin Bieber and Marilyn Manson are friends.
Interesting.
And Nicolas Cage ordained Marilyn Manson and his wife. Well,
wait, what do you mean ordained him?
Not ordained. Well, Nicolas Cage is an ordained minister, and he got Manson and his wife married. He like married his wife. And
I know I didn't fucking like Nicolas Cage.
on Instagram Live. They
What?
did. Manson was interviewing Nicolas Cage on Instagram Live, and he said, "Could you marry my fiance and I?" And he said, "Sure," and he did it. Like they did the vows on Instagram Live and married them.
Wow. I have such a
How did we miss that?
complicated
Maybe I didn't have
opinions.
notification like
I
alerts for
completely
him.
missed that. I think that Nicolas Cage is obviously he's known for his rage
Cage.
He was kind of the original Rage Cage, but unofficially. And so I just feel like he's just like a one-trick pony. Like people put him in movies because it's like he's like a meme now. Like, you know that if he's in something, he's gonna rage out. But then you told me about this movie he was in, Willy's World. I didn't watch it yet, but apparently
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's World. Do you hear me? Yeah, Willy's World. I was thinking of Bobby's World, but that's a completely different category. Willy's Wonderland. Anyhow, and he doesn't say a word. I didn't watch it yet, but she told me he doesn't say a fucking word throughout the whole thing. And
if you're a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, watch this movie
because it's like video game.
It pays tribute.
Rules.
It's pretty much like Five Nights at Freddy's, but a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Nicolas Cage is like who you play as in Five Nights at Freddy's. Like the protagonist. Have you been to the beach yet this summer?
Not once.
Same.
Not even
But here we
one
are
fucking
now.
time. That looks so fucked up. That would be so distracting to me as someone watching it. Look how messed up that looks.
No, it just looks like the shelves are flying in there. I like the waves though.
No, the waves are cool, but
the tree
obviously
blowing.
up here, everything's.
Because when I take the thing off, I don't know why I disappear. So it looks better this way.
It looks better without any background except for this room, in my opinion. I think it needs to... Alrighty then.
Say something sensual. Not like sensual, like creepy. Like if you were doing a like a yoga, like a meditation class. I love how I just keep appearing.
You want me to say something sensual as if I was a yoga teacher?
No,
that is so specific.
If you were like a meditation like instructor, like an ASMR like meditation instructor.
Okay. I would like everybody to take their seats and cross your legs and elongate your spine with your face tilted upward. Taking a deep breath at your abdomen. Hold for 3 seconds and release. Now I want you to imagine this ball of light above your head. Any color that you'd like.
Preferably the moon.
Preferably the moon. And it drops down onto, I hear something flicking in the corner. And, did anybody hear that? Oh, and
It was the wave.
Yeah, sure, it was the wave. And, and I made my friend joke, which brings me no peace to my heart. But that's okay because she has vodka to wash it down. Sorry, I'm killing her over here.
I want to appear again. There I am.
You give me.
Why am I not peering?
No, just leave it be.
No, you're gonna turn off the meeting.
I don't want. Just
I'll shut
do
the
the regular background. I fucking can't right now.
Sorry, that was right.
Yeah. I'm sure that was by mistake. Yeah, I'm sure it was.
There's a pink one. If you like.
Yeah, gotta hit the casino up.
Stop! I went to the casino like 2 weeks ago.
Did you see Danny McBride and his cat?
No, but if I stopped playing when I was supposed to, I walked in with 200, spent 50.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to spend another 50, ended up making 150.
Okay.
So I was
then
even.
what happened to the money,
I was
Lucy?
even.
What happened to the money, Lucy?
Honestly, I was mad smart about it. I gambled until I had like $40, and then I sat down at this machine, and this lady got so mad. She was on the machine next to me, and you could tell she had been sitting there for a hot minute because we were like playing penny slots. It was awesome. It was penny slots and 2-cent slots and 5-cent slots.
Okay.
Like we weren't going to like the blackjack tables and like doing shit like that. We were playing penny slots. So like we were just going to have fun. So I sat down at this penny slot machine. I made $76. So I ended up walking. I only spent 100. I only lost 100 in retrospect because I walked out with 100. But it was funny because I had like $30 and I made like the 30 bag plus another 76 on top of it. And as soon as I sat down at this end machine, this woman was next to me. And like I said, she'd been sitting there for a minute. And I started freaking like, and I go for like, was doing like low bets. First freaking low bet that I do, I freaking dring, 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 like instantly winning. Like, like this lady just like was like she was so mad at me. Like
she was lurking on your machine, hoping that you get frustrated and leave.
Well, that's what people were doing. Well, I kept winning. That was the issue. There was no way I was going to get frustrated, but people were doing that. Like there was this woman. We went to sit down at this one slot machine we were at upstairs, and this woman came up to her and she was like, "Not for nothing." She's like, "Just letting you know." She's like, "I'm cashing in right now." She's like, "I just won jackpot like 3 times on that machine. So if this is the game you want to play, go to the machine like next to it." And the lady was like, "Oh, thanks." And she won a couple times. Like, so, I mean, some people you could tell are like cool and be like, you know, she just got up from the machine, so she was done. And she said to the lady, like, sit here instead of sitting at that one. This one I just like won. So
I haven't been to a casino in a long time. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just not my thing. I don't know.
This was my first time going. It was fun. I mean,
what was it? Jake's?
Yeah. Jake's 58. It's literally like 10 minutes from here.
No, my mom went there with Ashley. What's up, Ashley?
It's
She
nice.
just had a birthday. Happy belated birthday, Ashley.
Happy birthday to you.
And they took a couple of family members. They had fun. I sat out that one because homework.
You go next time.
I needed to do my homework.
We'll have fun.
It was one of those weeks where I kept putting off because this other shit came up. And by the time the weekend came, I'm like, yeah, I guess this is what I'm doing. Great. I got nominated to be in the National, I don't remember the fucking name. National Honor Society of Leadership and Success.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
Because I met all the criteria. So I think all like formal invitations are being sent out. I forgot if it said the 21st or 29th, but I signed up for like the Q&A on Monday. So it's like a live thing, and I can just kind of hear what it's all about, as you say. And
Tell us what it's all about.
yeah, so because I want it to be more clearer on like what I'd be joining, because it is like a lifetime membership thing. So it's not a cult. It would be like a chapter type thing, like how sororities are, I guess. Which those are available at the school, but it's like it feels really strange because obviously you're not getting the full sorority experience because I'm not an on-campus student. So I'm like, I just want to, like, I'm sure that being in a part of a sorority or fraternity has its benefits. I don't know if I want to say academically. Maybe so. Isn't it like, if in order to be in a sorority, you need to be a good student, right? I need to research this. So if anybody was ever in one, like, I need to know. Or if it's just you can just join. I'm really interested. But anyway, I missed out on the whole actual real college experience, like with dorms, and I didn't care about that.
My lips look like crap.
Maybe sure let me put the lipstick on.
I was just thinking that. Yeah,
I wanted to
do it now.
I wanted to it's in the other room. If you want to get my Halsey makeup bag.
I could do that.
Yeah?
I should. Oh, my ears.
No, I wanted to do it
My ear
because
holes.
she's got black and white going on. I just thought it'd be like a nice pop.
Look, I didn't bring the headphones this time.
Yeah, last time she fucking ran away with the headphones. It was great. So, oh, I heard a little meow. There's Poopsie. Is Poopsie or Creamer? Oh no, that's Poopsie.
Tell us all about it.
Baby Ragnar is getting more mushier with his mama.
Tell me everything.
It's hot in this room. Don't you feel like it's like
It's a little
somewhat warm?
Yeah.
So, you know what the about face thing looks like? It's like within
The little, like, it's like holographic thing.
yes, the holographic bag. Yes. So while she goes to get that, I'll tell you that I did watch the new Space Jam with her before, and thought it was super cute. And during the movie at one point I just said respect to Michael Jordan and everything, but like LeBron's a better actor. However, I want to fucking point out, I forgot what year Space Jam was even made, but I assume back then they probably didn't have they obviously did not have the technology they do now so that, like, when it came to like actors talking to air. Oh, here she comes.
Sorry, I grabbed him.
What'd you think of the movie, Gil?
Oh, Space Gal? Ow.
Yeah, Space Gal, yeah.
It was cute. I liked it.
I was always a big Looney Tunes person. I know that with my girl Lola over here, there was some controversy from how they like changed her figure and her costume and all this shit. In my opinion, she was like the bunny Jessica Rabbit kind of. But they were saying that, oh, she's super sexualized in like the old movie. I mean, look, I haven't watched it in a long time, but I don't really fucking remember. I remember her having a figure. But I think that now, I think my argument was, why can't a woman be sexy and talented at the same time? How come in order to be, and just a fucking cartoon, like, but how come in order to be a good athlete, that means you can't have big boobs? Just putting it out there as somebody with big boobs. So I was offended. Okay. I know you probably can't hear me as well, but it's because I am currently drawing some lips on Miguel.
And we're back.
And we're back. We're babajies now.
Let's do a thumbnail.
All right, enough of that.
Enough of that hootenanny.
But you see, red lipstick, I feel myself when I'm wearing red lipstick.
Yeah, I need
It gives a completely different vibe. Thanks, Halsey. She's dropping new lipsticks on the 21st, and the collection is called Blushing Beige, so it's going to be all pinks and nudes, which is Lucy's favorite. Man. I'm with the pinks, but I just feel like whenever I put on a new lipstick, it's just so not me. Feels so weird with a new lipstick on. Or maybe I just haven't found the one that does it for me yet.
Yeah, because you've rocked every color that I've seen so far.
Oh, thanks, girl. I gave you the other one the other lip color I got from her, and I think it looks fucking bomb on you.
I love that one.
But I put it on, and it just makes me look a little dead. A little bit dead.
No, girl.
Oh my god. So, summer. How about it?
To summer.
To summer. That's an ASMR trigger. It says this. No, now swirl it while I'm doing this. Anybody else feeling it? You feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
I'm feeling it. Better get out of here. But go ahead. I mean...
Yo, so why don't you tell them?
I'm so happy to have my gal back.
I'm so happy to be with my gal. At my gal's
I missed
house.
you.
I missed you.
I totally missed you.
All the time. Anybody hear the new Tenacious D song? Which is actually not an original Tenacious D song.
Mint.
Amazing.
Well, it kind of was.
It was.
They changed the lyrics.
Well, yeah. They used the Beatles, well, I guess instrumentals, but not the lyrics, of course, because they are the D and they have to do everything original.
I'm really surprised. They probably had to pay buku money for that.
And the music video, I love how that just after all this time, like they started off not super high budget, but like their videos used to look better. And then starting with the song Low Hanging Fruit and On, it just looked like it was made on one of those like green screens they used to have in like the malls in the 90s.
Probably did it.
Everything is just like super low budget, and I appreciate it because it's about the quality of their sound and not the music video.
That's me playing guitar. Who plays that song like this?
I don't know. You do, Gail. Oh my god. I'm trying. Oh, that reminded me of a horror movie I just watched.
Kumbaya?
Can't say it was Kumbaya. Not even in the least fucking bit. But they made R.L. Stein's Fear Street books into movies. The last one came out, I think that Paul said today. I thought it was like the last 3 Fridays, but maybe he's probably right. But the first one was set in 94. The second one was set in 78. I have to say that I like the 78 one a hell of a lot better because, you know, it's inspired by like the Jason movies, you know, it's takes place on a camp and everything like that. And that always, whenever it's like a one location, like isolated type of like movie like that, I don't know, it adds to the creep factor for me.
Totally.
Yeah.
A lot of movies from like the 70s and 80s were like creepy just because of how they were filmed, like you said, like in the aesthetic, the like soundtracks that they used.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the Omen soundtrack. Like I can't see the soundtrack, the score for that movie.
Yeah, fucking sick.
That was
sick.
fucking horrifying. It was
That
horrifying.
and the kid from, are you caught up on Stranger Things? Did you watch all seasons? There's
I don't
a
think I finished
redhead.
the last one.
There's a redhead.
Oh yeah. Her.
She was one of the main characters in this movie, and in the 1994 one, Maya Hawke.
Wait, was that Billy? It was Billy's sister, wasn't it? You talking about redhead?
Oh my god, wait. It's been a while since I watched Stranger Things. I'm even
You don't
like
remember
forgetting
Billy?
their fucking name. Oh,
Decree?
Yeah, no,
What's his
Bill. Name? I know who you're talking about. Billy was the hottie with the creepy mustache, but
Decree
yes,
Montgomery.
Billy's sister. Yes, that's who.
Decree.
That's why you keep saying Decree.
Isn't that his name? Or Dacre?
Dacre.
Dacre.
Yeah, I'm gonna name my fucking baby boy Dacre. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry, we still think that you're hot. We're just gonna call you Big Daddy D. How's that? That's fine. What's wrong with that? You made a face, Babs. Is it not hip enough?
I'm off today.
You're off today?
My niece is at freaking Wildwood in New Jersey. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool because she's like with my I guess you would say they were my in-laws. I don't know. They're it's my sister's husband's like family. So they're she went with them to Wildwood, New Jersey to go to the water park and shit like that. And Glenn Hendrick's there.
Well,
what if my niece saw Glenn Hendrick?
She would not know who he was because he's not a Disney character.
Well, that's the thing. She's watched Face Off before. So if like we watched Face Off like the last time I saw her, like she would probably like see him and be able to like point him out, you know? But she's also 7 and we haven't watched it in like a couple months. But she does love that show. Because Lay loves that show. My sister loves it. So like they'll watch it and like she's come in before and like watched it with them. Plus it's makeup, so.
Cool beans. You know what I saw for the first time? My brother couldn't believe it. I saw the original Candyman.
The Candyman can.
Because
I never watched it. I was going to watch it. It was on my Halloween list.
It was really good. Like I thought that it was going to be half corny, to be honest.
Didn't he pass away? The guy who played him?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I saw the trailer. I saw the trailer for the new one, so that's what like sparked interest. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I actually never saw the original, so I watched it with Pete, and he was like, "Wow, a movie that I saw and like you didn't." I'm like, "Don't fucking get ahead of yourself. There's not many of them." No, he's learning.
He's learning.
He's learning. There's many things to introduce him to. And that's that. He hasn't seen movies like that, but I have a cinema addict for a brother, so he's the reason for most of my he's the reason for me being exposed to most movies, I should say. We're being attacked.
I look like Miranda sings right now, even though she's like a whatever.
I think I know you. No, you don't. What the fuck are you talking about?
Not the way my lips are right now.
Well, maybe the way your lips are when you do that face, but you don't look like. Here we go.
Imagine if I looked like that. It's like, Gary, you like me? No, I just look like a platypus.
If fucking Trailer Trash Tammy does like a meet and greet in New York anytime soon, I would actually really like to go. I was reading.
That'll fucking do me. Oh, let's go.
That'll fucking do you.
That'll do me. That's what she says when she leaves the drive-thru all the time. When they're like, all right, does that complete your order? She goes, that'll do me. And I got Paul I got mad at Paul the other day because he wouldn't do it at Dunkin' Donuts.
Don't be a party pooper.
He said, he was like, oh, that's it. And I was like, you were supposed to say that'll do me.
Can we actually go to a drive-thru after this? We could order like just a soda. I don't care.
And say that'll do me.
And say that and record it.
We should.
And send it to her.
And then we'll hold the whatever we get and be like. She loves when people do that, but you have to tap right. If you don't tap right, then.
Because I've noticed that she does that, tapping on like her drink or her food. Like, what is the purpose of that? Where did that come from? Does she just like the sound of tapping? Excuse me.
No, she's just showing what it is.
She's displaying her purchase. I see. Wow, I have like no more chicken to eat. Usually that's like my cue, like I'm hungry, and I think all I have is like an apple and a Snapple. Not sponsored.
I have granola.
And I stopped drinking the coffee because I started feeling super buzzy.
Buzzy.
Yeah, super buzzy.
Buzzy. I went to the Bronx Zoo the other day.
How's that?
Thank God my dad's a member of the Wildlife Conservation Society.
He would be.
Yeah, because these animals, they looked real healthy, let me tell you.
That makes me so fucking sad. I'm sorry. Like I understand that like
so
for kids,
going.
I understand that for kids, like a zoo is probably like a wondrous thing, but like as an adult, I'm just like, shut them all the fuck down and send them back to their home. You know?
Mm-hmm. Like you want to take an animal in because it's like hurt or something and care for it, that's fine, but re-release it back into the wild.
Yeah. That's exactly where I'm at too with my opinions on it.
It was like 5:00, and they said it went till like I think the girl said 8:00. So it was like 4:35 we got there, around there. Luckily he's like a premium member, so he didn't have to pay for parking. It was $17 to park if you didn't have that premium membership.
Wow.
And it was like it was like $36 a head for adults. For kids it was like $27. I was like,
that's fucking ridiculous.
Not only that, but it gets better. So we walk in, we see the buffalo first. They were cool, but once again, it's 5:00. They probably eat like around that time. They were all the way in the back by the fence. Then we walk through the world of birds. I appreciate it if you like birds. Don't get me wrong. I have a crow that comes to visit me every day, and me and him are like becoming besties. I get it. Birds are cool. But this was 2 fucking floor of literally, it felt like it was the same goddamn bird. Or at least all the birds looked the same or similar. Like it was just like,
I mean,
I had jungle turkeys.
Jungle turkeys.
They were called jungle fowl, but they literally look like fucking turkeys that like came from the jungle. So just like weird shit. Like I remember they used to have kiwis, and I think kiwis are like endangered or extinct now. But I remember the toucans were cool and the hornbills, but they had like 6 of those. It was like, all right, cool. Like this is why I walked all the way through here to see like Toucan Sam, you know.
I feel like
whatever.
Can't go without a clear conscience.
So then
with a clear conscience.
We left that. It felt like 2 hours because the kids were already hungry by the time we left there. So we passed Tiger Mountain. So we walked through Tiger Mountain. It looks like it's like Congo forest. Like it's it's like outdoors, but there's like awnings that you walk under. 2 tigers. Tiger Mountain, and there's 2 tigers. Granted, they are becoming endangered, thanks to all the fucking idiot poachers in the world. And so I get it, but like these tigers, the one tiger was laying down. I honestly thought like the poor thing was like
sick,
dead.
Yeah.
But it was just sleeping because it was just like, it was overcast, it was muggy, it was just like gross out. We go to the next enclosure. There was another tiger, which was the second tiger. He was just pacing back and forth, like by the fence in the back. Again, probably hungry. Like, I was like, this is depressing. we left there. The kids were hungry, so we went to the Dancing Crane Cafe, got food, sat down, had a funnel cake.
Your fave.
So good. Then when we were done eating, the kids wanted to go to the gift shop, so we went to the gift shop. We leave the gift shop, we go to the reptile house. Reptile house is closed. I'm like, there's a big sign outside the front. It says we prioritize in closing our exhibits 30 minutes prior to the closing of the zoo, even though there's more than that. And I was like, why? My dad's like, why would they do that? I'm like, because they don't want to stay until midnight. I'm like, if they kicked everybody out of the exhibits at 8 o'clock when the zoo closes, everyone still has to walk from one side of the zoo to the other to get back to the parking lots, chances are. And then they have to bring the animals in, feed them, put them in like the enclosure that they're in for the night, and then clean out their exhibit and then leave. So that's why they do it like a half an hour before, because then they could actually like leave. Like, okay, so the park closes at 8, so they get to leave at 9. But they would have to do so much more work and stay later if that was the case.
Just fucking shut them all down and shut down SeaWorld, shut down everything. I'm sorry.
Dude, members night? That's the reason why we went, because my dad got it was like a thing for members night, so he got free tickets. We literally went, we were there from 4:30 until about 8 o'clock when it closed. And we literally saw, because after the reptile house, he's like, I don't want to walk to Wild Africa or Jungle World because everything's going to be closed. So the whole time at the zoo, we saw about 60 different fucking species of birds, the buffalo, which I could drive upstate and see, 2 tigers, and 2 brown bears, which thank God we saw them because, like, I love them. But again, the one bear was just sitting right in front of us, like in a dirt like hole because it was hot. And the other one was just laying like a freaking bear rug on top of the rocks. I'm like,
it's fucking depressing.
It's so depressing. And not only that, like putting like animal cruelty and everything aside for 1 second, they had jack shit. Like literally, I remember going there as a kid. The animals looked healthy. They had the World of Darkness. They had all this cool shit. They closed like half of it down. Same thing with the New York Aquarium. They closed all these freaking exhibits.
Is it because of COVID, or did it just start
they're doing
getting
construction
shittier
and they're like, oh, we're gonna put this here and that there. The World of Darkness, I mean, they kind of had to close because I know people that used to work at the Bronx Zoo and they said, you turn the lights on in that place, you turn the lights back off.
What do you mean?
Like the World of Darkness was all creepy crawlers and shit like that, and there was a ridiculous roach infestation in that fucking building.
Oh God!
Because of that, because of like the food, they'd be sweeping and stuff like that. They couldn't get all the food and stuff, so they had to close it. But I mean, they could have opened it up again and like, put different stuff in there. Like they had a whole bat room and stuff like that. Like, but they haven't done anything.
It's fucking bull.
Like Tiger Mountain didn't come out that long ago, and I mean, like I know they're close to being endangered, but like, if you're gonna have 2 tigers and call the exhibit Tiger Mountain, like, probably should just close the exhibit down and say you don't have tigers anymore. Oh, and that was the other thing. We walked past after Tiger Mountain on the way to the Dancing Crane Cafe. We passed the rhino exhibit. No rhinos. I'm like, okay, maybe they're inside the elephant house. We go inside the elephant house. There's no elephants in the elephant house anymore. I'm like,
so basically you paid for nothing.
And there's a sign in the rhino exhibit because it used to be the elephants, and then across from the elephants was the rhinos in the elephant house. There's a sign on the rhino side that says the rhinos are outside today. I looked at my dad. I was like, I hope they're not outside because they're not in their enclosure if they're supposed to be outside. I was like, what is this, Jumanji?
What the fuck?
So on the other side where the elephants were supposed to be, there's a huge thing that said Komodo dragon. I'm like, cool. Komodo dragons are fucking dope. Let's go see that. No Komodo dragon in the exhibit. That was the other thing too. Half the exhibits that they did have that were open, that like you could, like, even in the World of Birds, like every other enclosure said under construction, or there was like they were introducing a new bird.
You know what was under
like-
construction for like 3 fucking weeks? Broadway. They were cementing up and down Broadway. It was a main street in my
I
neighborhood
thought you meant
for
Times
3
Square for a
fucking
second.
weeks.
On Broadway.
In order to, okay, my job is super close to my house, so I fucking walk. I had to walk down Broadway past about 5 blocks past my house just so I could cross the street and then come back up again. It was like a waste of like another like 5 minutes, and it was so fucking hot. I mean, it's hot out now, but it's just when the heat like just hit us. That shit was fucking, oh wait, okay. The heat was fucking awful, and it still is. But anyway, so that was just an inconvenience for me. Like fucking under construction.
That's annoying as shit.
But
though.
they did add a Philly's pretzel on Broadway, which I think that we both have it in common, that it's like a weakness snack for us. Yeah. So Philly's pretzels, they have either like the big ones.
What pretzels?
Philly's pretzels.
Phillies. That's what you would call them.
I would not call it, hey, Philly and Salmo. Get the fuck out of here.
Philly, it's dinner time.
No, I call him Lip. Yo, what's up, Lip?
Or Barbecue Daddy.
Barbecue Daddy. That has been his nickname for quite some time now. But in this place, this Philly, it's brilliant because it's so fucking simple. This idea is so simple, and yet this guy makes a fucking bank. Guy's driving around a fucking Rolls Royce, so good for you.
Off of pretzels.
Off of pretzels. So they have the big ones, and they have like the small like nuggets, which they called rivets. And then they have like mini cheeseburgers, and then they have like mini hot dog ones. And then they also have the nuggets that are covered in cinnamon sugar. The toppings consist of, you can either get buttercream, which is basically like Dunkaroos frosting, brownie batter, the like queso cheese, and then they have like 2 different kinds of mustards or something. It is fucking heaven. It's heaven.
I'm drooling on the inside.
Yeah, no, same. The only other town I ever saw that in was Franklin Square, so... And they taste better than... What was the thing in the mall? Auntie Anne's?
Aunt
or
Annie's.
Aunt Annie's? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, they're good, but they're a little too buttery for my liking.
Better.
They're too buttery for my liking. These are perfect. But, you know, if you eat enough of them, it'll constipate you for a week, so good luck with that.
Oh,
No, I'm just saying, because if you
saying.
get a huge fucking box, your appetite is like endless, right? Because you're like, oh my god, it's fucking great. Endless. You just keep eating them. Before you know it, you're done with the whole box and you can't shit for a week. Not that that's ever happened to me.
Of course not, babe.
But yeah.
So we're gonna do the letter I
Next week. Next week.
What was that noise?
I don't know. Oh, maybe it was the cup wobbling? Okay. It wasn't. All right. So yeah, we're gonna talk about bands next week, beginning with the letter I. And stay fucking tuned. And stay Gary, Sarah Gary.
Stay Gary. Our little Sarah Garys.